Only a few days ago, they'd been enjoying a holiday in the sun. But today, victims of Flight 9268 were flown home to a cold, dark Russia. A lorry transported the bodies from St Petersburg airport to a morgue across town. It was here later that the formal process of trying to identify the remains began. This is where the Russian Airbus crashed on Saturday, in the Sinai desert, on its way back from the seaside resort of Sharm el-Sheikh. All 224 people on board were killed, the worst disaster in Russian aviation history. Both black box flight recorders have been recovered. It's hoped they will help explain why this aircraft fell from the sky.
The crash site is a rather large area. It is more than 20 square kilometres. There is every indication that destruction of the plane occurred in the air at high altitude.
But if so, why? Russian officials have cautioned against jumping to conclusions about what caused this crash. They want investigators to be given the time and space to study all the evidence. But they also say they're not ruling anything out. In Moscow today, the airline which operated the plane, Kogalim Avia, ruled out pilot error and mechanical failure. The company's deputy director said it could only have been the result of some technical physical action that made the plane break up. He didn't specify what. An Islamist militant group in Egypt said at the weekend that it shot down the plane, but Russian and Egyptian officials are skeptical about the claim. Meanwhile, at St Petersburg airport, where Flight 9268 should have landed, the sea of flowers has been growing bigger by the minute. Russians coming here to pay their respects. Russians are mourning the dead and waiting for answers. Steve Rosenberg, BBC News, Moscow.